The testament of Levi, the third son of Jacob and Leah. The copy of the words of Levi, the things which he ordained unto his sons, according to all that they should do, and what things should befall them until the day of judgment. He was sound in health when he called them to him, for it had been revealed to him that he should die. The vision of the heavens. And when they were gathered together, Levi said to them, he was born in Haran, and he came with his father to Shechem. And when he was young, about 20 years of age, when with Simeon he wrought vengeance on Hamor for their sister Dinah. And when he was feeding the flocks in Ebel Mal, the spirit of understanding of the overseer came upon him, and he saw all men corrupting their way, and that unrighteousness had built for itself walls, and lawlessness sat upon towers. And he was grieving for the race of the sons of men, and he prayed to the overseer that he might be saved. Then there fell upon him a sleep, and he beheld a high mountain, and he was upon it. And behold, the heavens were opened, and an angel of the Almighty said to him, Levi, enter. And he entered from the first heaven, and he saw there was a great sea hanging. And further, he saw a second heaven, far brighter and more brilliant. For there was a boundless height also therein. And he said to the angel, Why is this so? And the angel said to him, Marvel not at this, for thou shalt see another heaven, more brilliant and incomparable. And when thou hast ascended thither, thou shalt stand near the overseer, and shalt be his minister, and shalt declare his mysteries to men, and shalt proclaim concerning him that shall redeem Israel. And by thee and Judah shall the overseer appear among men, saving every race of men. And from the overseer's portion shall be thy life, and he shall be thy field and vineyard, and fruits, gold and silver. Hear, therefore, regarding the heavens which have been shown to thee. The lowest is for this cause, gloomy unto thee, in that it beholds all the unrighteous deeds of men, and it has fire, snow, and ice made ready for the day of judgment, in the righteous judgment of the Most High. For in it are all spirits of the retributions for vengeance on men. And in the second are the hosts of the armies, which are ordained for the day of judgment, to work vengeance on the spirits of Deceit and of Beliar. And above them are the holy ones, and in the highest of all dwell the greatness, far above all holiness. In the heaven next to it are the archangels, who minister and make propitiation to the overseer for all the sins of ignorance of the righteous, offering to the overseer a sweet-smelling savor, a reasonable and bloodless offering. And in the heaven below this are the angels, who bear answers to the angels of the presence of the overseer. And in the heaven next to this are thrones and dominions, in which always they offer praise to the Most High. When, therefore, the overseer looketh upon us, all of us are shaken. Yea, the heavens and the earth, and the abysses are shaken at the presence of his majesty. But the sons of men, having no perception of these things, sin and provoke the Most High. Now, therefore, know that the overseer shall execute judgment upon the sons of men, because when the rocks are being rent, and the sun quenched, and the waters dried up, and the fire cowering, and all creation troubled, and the invisible spirits melting away, and Hades taketh spoils through the visitations of the Most High, men will be unbelieving, and persist in their iniquity. On this account, with punishment shall they be judged. Therefore, the Most High hath heard thy prayer, to separate thee from iniquity, and that thou shouldest become to him a son, and a servant, and a minister of his presence. The light of knowledge shalt thou light up in Jacob, and as the sun shalt thou be to all the seed of Israel. And there shall be given to thee a gift, and to all thy seed, until the overseer shall visit all the Gentiles in his tender mercies forever. And therefore there have been given to thee counsel and understanding, that thou mightest instruct thy sons concerning this, because they that gift him shall be gifted, and they that curse him shall perish. And thereupon the angel opened to Levi the gate of heaven, and he saw the holy temple, and upon the throne of greatness the Most High. And he said to him, Levi, and he gave him the gift of the priesthood, until he come and sojourn in the midst of Israel. Then the angel brought him down to the earth, and gave him a shield and a sword, and said to him, Execute vengeance on Shechem, because of Dinah thy sister. And the angel said that he will be with him, because the overseer had sent him to help Levi. And Levi destroyed at that time the sons of Hamor, as it is written in the heavenly tablets. And Levi said to him, Pray thee, O guide, tell me thy name, that I may call upon thee in a day of tribulation. And he said, He is the angel who interceded for the nation of Israel, that they may not be smitten utterly, for every evil spirit attacketh it. And after these things Levi awaked, and thanked the Most High, and the angel who interceded for the nation of Israel, and for all the righteous. Retribution upon Shechem. And when Levi was going to his father, he found a brazen shield. Wherefore also the name of the mountain is Aspis, which is near Gebal, to the south of Abilah. And he kept these words in his heart. And after this Levi counseled his father, and Reuben his brother, to bid the sons of Hamor not to be circumcised. For Levi was jealous because of the abomination which they had wrought on his sister. And he slew Shechem first, and Simeon slew Hamor. And after this his brothers came and smote that city with the edge of the sword. And his father heard these things, and was wroth. And he was grieved in that they had received the circumcision, and after that had been put to death. And in his giftings he looked amiss upon them, for they sinned, because they had done this thing against his will. And he was sick on that day. But Levi saw that the sentence of the Most High was for evil upon Shechem, for they sought to do to Sarah and Rebekah as they had done to Dinah their sister. But the overseer prevented them, and they persecuted Abraham their father when he was a stranger, and they vexed his flocks when they were big with young. And Eblon, who was born in his house, they most shamefully handled. And thus they did to all strangers, taking away their wives by force, and they banished them. But the wrath of the overseer came upon them to the uttermost. And Levi said to his father Jacob, By thee will the overseer destroy the Canaanites, and will give their land to thee and to thy seed after thee. For from this day forward shall Shechem be called a city of imbeciles. For as a man mocketh a fool, so did they mock them, because also they had wrought folly in Israel by defiling their sister. And they departed and came to Bethel. The vision of the 7 men in white raiment. And there again Levi saw a vision, even as the former, after they had spent there 70 days. And Levi saw 7 men in white raiment, saying unto him, Arise, put on the robe of the priesthood, and the crown of righteousness, and the breastplate of understanding, and the garment of truth, and the plate of faith, and the turban of the head, and the ephod of prophecy. And they severally carried these things, and put them on Levi, and said unto him, From henceforth become a priest of the overseer, thou and thy seed forever. And the first anointed Levi with holy oil, and gave to him the staff of judgment. The second washed him with pure water, and fed him with bread and wine, even the most holy things, and clad him with a holy and great robe. The third clothed him with a linen vestment like an ephod. The fourth put round him a girdle like unto purple. The fifth gave him a branch of rich olive. The sixth placed a crown on his head. The seventh placed on his head a diadem of priesthood, and filled his hands with incense, that he might serve as priest to the overseer, the master. And they said to him, Levi, thy seed shall be divided into 3 offices, for a sign of the greatness of the overseer, who is to come. And the first portion shall be great. Yea, greater than it shall none be. The second shall be in the priesthood, and the third shall be called by a new name, because a king shall arise in Yehuda, and shall establish a new priesthood, after the fashion of the Gentiles, to all the Gentiles. And his presence is beloved, as a prophet of the Most High, of the seed of Abraham our father. Therefore, every desirable thing in Israel shall be for thee and for thy seed, and ye shall eat everything fair to look upon. And the table of the overseer shall thy seed apportion, and some of them shall be high priests, and judges, and scribes. For by their mouth shall the holy place be guarded. And when Levi awoke, he understood that this dream was like the first dream. And he hid this also in his heart, and told it not to any man upon the earth. Isaac's introduction to Levi. And after 2 days, Levi and Judah went up with their father Jacob to Isaac their father's father. And his father's father gifted him according to all the words of the visions which Levi had seen. And Isaac would not go with them to Bethel. And when they came to Bethel, Levi's father Jacob saw a vision concerning him, that Levi should be their priest unto the Most High. And he rose up early in the morning, and paid the tithes of all to the overseer through Levi. And so they came to Hebron to dwell there. And Isaac called him continually to put him in remembrance of the law of the overseer, even as the angel of the overseer showed unto Levi. And he taught him the law of the priesthood, of sacrifices, whole burnt offerings, first fruits, freewill offerings, peace offerings. And each day he was instructing him, and was busied on his behalf before the overseer, and said to him, Beware of the spirit of fornication, for this shall continue, and shall by thy seed pollute the holy place. Take therefore to thyself a wife without blemish or pollution, while yet thou art young, and not of the race of strange nations. The end of part 1 of the Testament of Levi.